How's it going, everyone? Let's go to PAX. Oh, great. Silver train. Yeah, so, hey guys, how you doing? This is me waiting for the train to head on over to PAX for PAX Day 1. There's a train coming on over because, you know, I wanted to get all these B-rolls. Here's the needed breakfast of coffee and whatever other breakfast I had. And here's some pretty cool art that I saw over at the gallery, making our way through it. The gallery is like the fashion district, is what they call it in Philly. Luckily for me to get to PAX, all I have to do is walk from the train station through the gallery to PAXU, and I don't even have to go outside. It's beautiful. For everyone who doesn't know, PAXU is Pax Unplugged, a board game convention that happens every year in Philly. It's been going on for several years now, like 8 or 9 years. You saw the lines weren't too bad. I got here at like 9:30. The show doesn't open till 10. So day 1, I got in super early, get all this B-roll. Look at all these people already getting ready to purchase merch for the convention. Like, I get joggers every year. That's about it. The merch sells out pretty fast sometimes. It's crazy. But it's crazy busy, and it's an amazing show. But I just think it's crazy that everyone's like lined up for merch already. The show hasn't even started yet, and everyone wants their merch. But man, it's packed. It was so packed. It was a busy weekend. It was fantastic, and I had such a good time at the show. Here's Ekans Toss. Apparently, it was like a Pokemon Stadium game. We'll get back to that in a little bit. I'll show you more of it later. And here's them filtering everyone into 2 doors. I don't know why they made that choice. I don't know why. It was a weird choice. It was an interesting choice. But you had to walk all the way down from the one end of the convention center all the way to the other end just to get inside. I have a media pass, a press pass, a content creator pass, whatever you want to call it. So I don't actually have to wait in lines, which is why at the beginning you saw me walking through the line and not having a zigzag. And you don't see me waiting in line over here with everyone else. I think this is all like either tournament registration or something else. I'm not really sure. This might just be the general, hey, come to PAX line. And so that was, I was able to bypass it. Right here, I'm a little hesitant on if I'm allowed to keep going or not, because the show's technically not open yet. They used to do a media hour, but they don't really advertise it anymore. But I just pretended like I was supposed to be there, and I just kept going. And I was able to get a really, like, cool shot, view, whatever, of just walking up and down the aisle for, like, the first 5 minutes of the show, unimpeded, no one there. And just showing off like what the show looks like in all the booths. It's really awesome, and we're just gonna like kind of sit here and enjoy it for a bit. Some of these games I did get to play, but a lot of them I didn't. Like that Lord of the Rings duel, I didn't really get to touch. Catan, Starfarers, I've played it before. I did go back to this booth later on to play that game Radlands, which is like a cyberpunky card battler or something like that. I honestly don't really remember much about it. It's the art looked cool, and that's it. And I didn't even get any pictures or anything of it. I dropped the ball on that one big time. Wacky Wizard Games, or Wise Wizard Games, I guess they're changing their name again. I have a bunch of games from them. They're really cool. They have a game, Kapow, that I absolutely love. And then there's just, again, it's all tons of board game developers, both big and small. That guy was excited to be on camera. I'm happy I was able to get this shot. I'm happy I was able to walk up and down. But this was literally before the show started. I had my first meeting with a developer at 10 o'clock. So this is like 9:45-ish, and I'm just taking 5 to 10 minutes just walking up and down the main hallway. You never get to see it this empty. I'm also at the time looking for Critical Role's booth, the Darrington Press booth, just because I wanted to try to run into them and see if, like, I don't know, I thought maybe I could get any sort of luck with my press badge. I eventually do find them, but I went to their booth at one point and they were just incredibly busy. Nobody from CR was there, but it was a super busy booth. Wandering Galaxy, that game you see right there, I have its predecessor Crossroads, which is like a DM-less tabletop RPG game that you use a tablet for. I've not been able to play it yet. I'm going to try to get more board game nights out so that we can play more stuff like this. Here's me finally noticing Darrington Press and making a big 180 circle around to see it. Check it out. Right there. I would say the one thing I was mostly disappointed about the show was great this year. Last year it was very heavy on tabletop RPGs, which there's nothing wrong with that. I don't get to play D&D enough as it is to where like I can't try to get into new RPGs. This year the biggest letdown was that every year they used to do a board game sort of grab box with Toy Tycoon, I believe is the booth. And this year they weren't able to do it. They didn't have the stock, which is disappointing. However, if you bought something from their booth, all their proceeds from PAXU went to Toys for Tots. So I bought a game called Seto Watch, which I'll do a video on that in the future because it can be played single player, which is where I can get a lot of fun board game time in. Oh guys, look at all these Owlbear plushies. They're so adorable. Sorry for the camera shake. This is my first time with a selfie stick, so it is a little bit shaky, and I apologize. My phone's also 2.5 years old, so it's not the best phone for rapid movement and things like that. I'm potentially going to either get a new camera for next year or a new phone in general by the end of this year, because I think I'm actually running close to 3 years on my phone, and I do need an upgrade, especially if I'm going to be doing videos like this. Like, yeah, that was... Walnuts, what are you doing? You're moving too fast. You gotta move slow. Move slower, Walnuts. Come on now. More adorable little plushies. I love them. Wanderlust. Look at those things. Look at those little beholders. This is from our friends over at Gamey. They're a Brooklyn-based game developer, small game developer. They made a game called Galaxy Fighters. It's going to be on Kickstarter in March. I'll talk more about that over on OneQuest and when the Kickstarter comes out. This game is fantastic, and I can't wait for it. This is another one that I looked into, changed my mind, where you're basically arguing with each other what's the worst. A bunch of dog games this year. Tons and tons of dog games. Ziggurat was a, like, legacy light game, good for, like, starter legacy players and kids. It looked really fun to play. My brother's excited for that. This marble game just looked fun. And then this is Knights of the Hound Table. Look at it. It's like a deck-building, dog-based game. It's adorable. It's up my alley. The dials go up to 11 in this rock band-based board game. Look at that Tiamat. Look at that thing. Just look at it. Just look at it. Come on, look. Oh, look at those nerds. This is Fire Tower, a game that has been at PAX pretty much since it started. I've never been able to play. I finally, because I was there so early, got to get a seat in to play it, and I won, and it was fantastic. Cobb over at OneQuest, he got the game, so we might get to play that, and I'll get a video of us playing that. It's a really fun game where you're trying to like burn each other's fire towers down. It's insane. It's great. Cafe bars. I just thought it was adorable. You're a capybara who runs a cafe. And then this is from our friends over at Spooky Games. It's called Lemon Game, where you're making the perfect picture of lemonade, where you're trying to like stop the flies from eating your sugar, the sun from evaporating your water, and mold from killing your lemons. It was really fun. I got a copy. We went to lunch because I was hungry. It's noon now. So this was Fox and Sons. They make fair foods. It's all gluten-free. These are my gluten-free corn dogs. And then me and Druten, we were able to play butterfly something. I don't remember, but it's basically it's Indigo, but with butterflies. Apparently, it's like a reprinting of Indigo, but as butterflies. It's a fun game. You're just trying to get all your butterflies to the outside so you get as many points. Here's more Diglett Toss. Like I said, it's apparently from Pokemon Stadium. I don't remember it, but people made these Ekans, not Diglett Toss, Ekans Toss. People like crocheted these Ekans. These are handmade Ekans, handmade Diglets, and it was adorable. And I've never seen something like this at a PAXU before. Oh, and these are dice holders that are made of donuts, and those are dice towers made of coffee cups. This is amazing. I loved it. This was like the last thing I saw that day. I just wanted to showcase you guys the very sad food court in the gallery. I didn't get to show it to you guys in the morning. It's very sad. There's nothing there, but you're in Philly. There's food all over the place. And then here's me just waiting for the train. It's the end of day 1. I was incredibly busy that day, and going into day 1, I was already tired. That day 2, I'm just, like, exhausted. You can see it in my face. This is day 2. So I needed to get my coffee, of course. Fun little story. This is Franklin Station. It's actually supposed to be opening by the end of 2024. It's not. They renovated it. It's been closed since the 80s or 90s. I can't really remember. It might have even been 2000s. I'm not sure. But, like, little baby kid walnuts. When I was a young kid, we took the train once, I remember. And I remember going through this station. It used to be all beige and dingy and, like, not as beautiful as it looks now. And they recently renovated it. I used to not understand that New York City and Philly were different places when I was a kid. And I thought this was the train station from Ninja Turtles 2, where the Ninja Turtles find the train station to live in at the end of Ninja Turtles 2. So this is where the Ninja Turtles live, according to me and my kid Walnut's brain. Yeah, I thought you guys would love that story. I think it's adorable, but I'm biased against me. But this is day 2. I didn't do a lot on day 2. I actually only just went to PAX to play D&D. We did the Elemental Scions or something like that. All of the characters, they were pre-made character sheets. All the characters were based off of the 80s D&D cartoon. I'll have to fact check that. I'm going to have a whole vlog about this game. It was really fun. It was a really good time. I'm going to have to talk about everything I remember from it. Just here's a few shots about it. There's a reroll thing where they were doing a giveaway for charity. $5 gets you a reroll throughout the entire game. Here's all the shots of all the characters. It was a really fun game. I had a blast. So if anybody was playing with me, I appreciate playing with you. I'll play again sometime. I love you guys. Thank you so much. It was fun. But that was it. That was the end of my PAX day. I literally went there, got to PAX at 10, left at 2, because I was going to Critical Role Live that day. So I was going to go see Critical Role, hang out in Camden. That's a picture of the set right there. Sorry, my phone's not great. Got to hang out with my friend Martha. We don't get to hang out that often. And we got to just see Critical Role. There's Momlin over there. She's absolutely adorable. One of my favorite parts of the show. Again, phone old. Here's all the crowd during the intermission. Oh, I felt bad because there was a couple that came with their kids. They had to leave at intermission because they had work. I'll do a whole vlog about going to see them next in a few weeks. Here's a new pin I got because we're getting ready for day 3, and this is I'm ready to fall asleep. I'm ready to fall asleep standing. It was insane. Here's a game Hi-Fi that I just surprise got a review copy for. So we're going to be talking about that. It's like a music management game. It was really cool. This is a game called Malediction. So it's from a studios called Loot Studios. I'm super excited for, where you see all these miniatures, even the set pieces. When you buy the game, you actually get cardboard tokens, and this is a 1v1 combo card / duel battle game with miniatures. You have that little ruler that you see on the other side of the screen that'll show you how far you can move, and everything comes with the cardboard cutouts. But every box you buy comes with a free download code for all of the miniatures of the game. And so it's a drafting style game where you draft your army and then you battle each other. It's really cool. Again, this is another one I'm going to have a whole, another video on. I've got a whole play session between me and Cobb from One Quest. I'm going to talk more about it in the near future, but I wanted to showcase this off because this game looks fantastic. I love the idea that it's free download codes for the 3D printing, because if any game were to give you all these figures and set pieces, it'd be hundreds of dollars. But one box, a single box, is $70, or you can get all 4 boxes, so it's all 4 armies for $200, which is a fantastic deal. And Loot Studios in general is just really great with their miniature making, and I was excited for this. I was excited for this. And look at that Tiamat, man. Look at that thing. Just look at it. Here we go. We get to see Cobb do a claw game to get a giant D20. He doesn't even play D&D. He flubs it right there. Let's see if he can get it this time. Can he get it? Can he get it? Is he gonna get it? He's so close. He's so close. He's so close. He got it. There we go. And then I got to meet with our friends at CGE, Czech Gaming Entertainment. Correction, Czech Gaming Edition, where they are showcasing me right now. It's this new game they got coming out called SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. It is a worker placement style board game where you're trying to uncover extraterrestrial life in our solar system. The orange disc, the middle disc, and the outer disc can all move separately of each other. It looks really cool. A lot of pieces, but it looks really fun. This is a game called Little Alchemist, where it's the kiddie version of the game Alchemist. The developer of the game Alchemist wanted to play with his kids, and so he formed a kiddie version of it. And one of the really cool things is it uses the cell phones, and there's actually like learn to play using the cell phone app for the game. So it has like little cartoons, and it was a really fun, cool game to get into. But that was it. That was my last meeting. They actually gave me a review copy of Lost Ruins of Arnak. I'm going to be getting in touch with them to get a review copy of SETI, which I'm excited for. That was my haul from Sunday, and here's me getting frustrated at the trains because they had an Eagles game and this convention, and they were still running late weekend schedule, and it was a dumb decision. But I was also exhausted and tired. It was a long weekend. It was a fantastic weekend. I absolutely love going to PAX. I hope you guys enjoyed this little quick jump into the world of PAXU, and I look forward to working with all the developers that I met with this year, and I look forward to making more board game content with you coming into the next year. Thank you guys so much. Please do me a huge favor, hit the like button so the algorithm knows that people like you will like me too. Subscribe to the channel so you get updates and notifications when I go live and post new videos, and leave comments down below, hints, tips, tricks, all that good stuff. I respond to all comments back. And please be careful, be safe, don't do anything I would do, always hug your loved ones. And of course, like always, be sure to wear mismatched socks. I'll see you all next time.